BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your host here on the website to teach you how to play banjo guitar, but this week is Mandolin Week. You know old Banjo Billy there, y'all remember him. He sent off one of them DNA samples to figure out, his heritage. Found out he had a lot of Irish, a lot of Celtic blood in him, so he did some research, got in touch with one of his long-lost cousins, Larry, and they worked one up together to kind of help retie the knot of family and friendship. If you're watching here on YouTube or Facebook, here in a moment, I'll ask you to come over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com. You can learn this lesson. I'm going to teach you both the melody and the harmony part. So if you have a friend, this is a really cool one to learn together. I've got lots of great JamTrack MP3s for you to practice along with, as well as the tabs exactly like I played it. Let's jump right into this one. This is a fun one, y'all. I can't wait for y'all to learn this one. It's in the key of G, and it is in 6/8 time. What I mean by that is there are 6 beats, and each one of the beats in the measure are going to be represented by an eighth note instead of a quarter note. And that'll make more sense as we look at the tab here in a moment. But the feel of the song is going to be like 3 groups of 3 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The way that I like to think about it is like 2 beat measures that you play triplets over. That's kind of how I think about it. Triplet, 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 triplet. And you'll get used to that as we go along. Now this is a fiddle tune that has that typical fiddle tune structure that lots of them have, where you have an A part that's 8 measures long, then it repeats it, then it will do that with the B part that has slightly different chords and a slightly different melody, and it will repeat that, so a total of 32 measures. And I'm going to teach you in both of the first A part and the first B part the very straight ahead standard melody that everybody's going to really know, and then we'll branch out a little bit on the second A and B part. So let's go ahead and throw up that first line of tab there. A couple things you'll notice. One is I have our chords up above the measures where they do change. We're going to start off on a G chord. The other thing is the pick stroke arrows. I'm going to really encourage you to do alternate pick strokes, but it's going to be a little weirder because we're playing 6 notes per measure instead of 8. And so there you look at that second measure, it's labeled measure 4, but down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. And there will be times where you get off perhaps, especially whenever you have quarter notes. It's not a big deal. It's just that if you're doing a bunch of like double down picks or double up picks, it may slow down your speed if you're trying to play it really fast. So I just encourage you to pay attention to that. Now we're going to pick it up, give a pickup measure here. And that first measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's just the way that I'm doing it to kind of set the tempo. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And as we come into that first A part, here's what it sounds like. And we're going to do a lot of work around this G chord triad notes. The third measure, labeled measure 5. Now I'm going to go to an A minor here in measure 6. A lot of your versions, traditional versions out there, go straight to a D chord. But I've heard lots of variations that don't. And I like the movement of the A minor chord here. The melody is not going to change. So if you're playing with somebody that goes to a D chord here, it's okay. Measure 7. Okay. And what I would like to do is create this galloping feel. I'm not an experienced Celtic music player, but I liked I know what I like, and I like to kind of accent the first and the fourth beats. I do that from time to time. So let's play this whole line through, and then later on, if you're a Gold Pick member, we'll have a whole video segment where we play it very, very slowly together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to have a little repeating here in measure 8. We've already seen these 2 measures. And then we're going to finish it off here. So I want you to notice there in measure 11, the last measure, we have 3 eighth notes which get a beat apiece, right? 1, 2, 3, and then we have that quarter note that's going to get 2 beats, and then we've got 1 more eighth note at the end. So the correct counting for measure 11 sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the whole line. Now, if you want, you can just repeat that. You can go right here at the end of measure 11, go right back to measure 4, where we start the A part again and play it again just like we did. Or you can come along with me now and let's learn a second A part that's going to get outside that box a little bit, be a little bit more melodic, introduce some syncopation. Then we'll learn the B parts and the harmony for this as well.